launch. We're launching our coin. Just kidding, April Fools. Ha ha! Let's see how good that goes. Anyway, today's April 1st daily check-in with Sweets and Sid on what we're shipping, what we're going to ship. Let's jump in. Sweets, you shipped a lot today.
We got Perplexity up. We have our own custom server for Perplexity now. The reason for that was chat was not working yesterday, and it hasn't been working since, I think, Friday. And so now we have that server. It's already been updated on prod. And we got Isaiah June. So I've updated that. Perplexity server is now live on MCP, and the chat has been updated to use it. Chat should be working now. And so now that chat is working, the theme of this week is stability in the chat. And so it feels good now for me, but also nobody's been using the chat because it's been broken. What is the next thing that is likely to break based off of all the changes I made last week? I anticipate the next thing that's going to happen is as people start to use the chat again because it's working, we're going to hit the Anthropic rate limit. And so I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to hammer the chat a bunch until we get to the Anthropic daily rate limit, and then try to build out DeepSeek fallback so that if Anthropic, we hit their rate limit, we fall back to DeepSeek. But then I'm starting to wonder, should we, instead of adding complexity of switching between Anthropic and DeepSeek, should we just prioritize DeepSeek? Something I'm going to think through, but I'll plant that question to you, Sid, as well as what did you ship today and what's your plan in the next 24 hours?
Sweet. My response to your question is I think you should do what you first set out to do, which is the fallback, because we already have Anthropic set up. So let's just keep it that way. And then if we're falling back often to DeepSeek, then we can discuss whether it's worth it to just swap. But we know Claude's right. It's working. We know we get good responses. So I don't want to throw any wrenches. But I do agree we need to fall back because that's probably going to be the next issue that happens. On my end, today, what did I send to you? Oh my God, I got to go all the way back. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Yesterday, I sent out a bunch of emails to follow up with everybody for free trials. And then I answered your PR request. I will go back and fix the PR changes that we just discussed. I also opened up a new PR 485, which is just an updated system prompt. I made it the only thing I implemented on that was I just changed the current description in the const to a new system prompt. I think in the future, we can start to organize our system prompts better and get more fundamental in organization and how we're passing system prompts through. But for now, it was currently reading description. So I just changed the description to be a more robust system prompt. It was added 77 lines to kind of more reflect industry standard for Claude and ChatGPT style, a little more instructions. Today, I'm going to fix the knowledge base. I want to get that shipped ASAP so I can start adding knowledge bases to artists so that when we're onboarding, this chat is just much smarter. And then I'm working on a free trial flow to make sure that we're consistently building rapport with our free trial users when they're onboarded. I think that's going to be a huge unlock, but I want to make sure everything's set up so it's not just me randomly deciding to email somebody one day and then forgetting for 5 days and then doing it again. So it's just setting up some kind of system in place so that on day 1, 24 hours after they onboard, they get a welcome email, then they get a Loom call or a Loom video, and then they get here's an update on a prompt I injected, and just continuously updating them to help handhold them through how to become a power user of AI with their artists. The next thing is I'm drafting a list of the user queries so that when we do start, people start using the chat with their free trials, we make sure that we are tracking the list of events that we want for them. I'm going to try to make it like the 5 to 10 events that we want to make sure we're tracking. And then I'll run it by you tomorrow, Sweets, on whether we already are tracking and we just aren't have a place to find it easily identify, or if we need to start tracking. These are things like which are they clicking new chat more than segment chats? Which segment chats are they selecting? And then a couple questions about what are they talking about with chats? I think that goes. We'll have to figure out what the sprint of that looks like, but it's at the simplest level. It's identifying the number of chats being queried by new users, the average number of chats, things like that. On a deeper level, it's the Slack bot where you can ask more specific questions and get more, just a smarter version of that. But let me, I'll just get the queries first. And then the 2 PRs that I have that I'm working on once the other 2 ship is chat formatting, which is improving response readability with cleaner markdown formatting and a little more dynamicness. So if somebody asks for a list, it gives a bullet point list. If somebody asks for code, it gives code more cleanly. And then chat organization is, I think, the main request that you had was making the most recent chats at the top of the list. That's going to be number 1. And then I want to implement some kind of rename and delete functionality into the recent chats so that it's easier to keep those chats organized. Those are my main things this week, or not this week, that should be done today. Oh, kitty. Do you need anything from me for DeepSeek? I know I created the API, but I don't know if I added any money to it.
I think you gave me the key. I'll test it out, and if I hit an error, I'll let you know. On your second PR, I just did a quick test. The description we were also using for metadata, and so if you check out the thread, I just sent you the link of your preview deployment, and it now says you are Recoup, a friendly, sharp, strategic every time you share the link. And so if you like that, let's ship it. But if you don't, I recommend we have 2 variables. One is system prompt, one is description. One's for the metadata, one's for the AI.
Okay, so change system prompt or description to system prompt in that variable, and then update everything that's using description for system prompt.
With the exception of metadata SEO, which we still want to use with the previous text.
Got it. All right, cool. Yeah, I can do that. All right, I'll do that. Sweet.
Hi,
Isaiah, what are you up to?
Yo. Just sharing updates on the MIDI game. So we got like the first week results over here. About 85 visitors total, 141. Out of these 85 visitors, we had about 10 games created.
Nice.
So not too bad.
Wow.
Nobody really shared the links or anything. It was just kind of them playing it. Definitely like a bunch of mom test people who are like, oh, this is the coolest idea ever. And then out of all those, there was about 2 or 3 genuine people who like tried the experience, customized the game or 2, reached back out and was kind of telling me, their thoughts on it. Overall, it seems positive. I think it's another round of marketing push. This was off of about 5 tweets and 3 Instagram stories posted on the same day. So I think one more round of marketing. I think for this next round, I want to try to make it more like a call to action, like maybe do some sort of like competition or something, or like some sort of giveaway where people share their links. And this first round was focused on the creation of it. Out of these 85 people, we had 10 create it. Now I want to see if I could get, half of these 10 to just share their link somewhere, and then, you use that for the next round. But I think it's just one more wave of marketing and feedback, and then kind of see where we can revise it.
Yeah, my big question is, awesome. This is awesome. Fucking perfect.
Nice work tracking the data.
Yeah, for real. Really good.
Thank you.
before you do another marketing push, my big question is, what's the one thing that you can do to increase the 85 to 10 conversion rate? Like if you get 85
That's a
people,
great.
10 land, why did the other 75 people not convert?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm sure like 10 to like 15 of those are like me or us going to the site and just not actually using it. So it probably is like 65 to 50 people. And out of those, I have no idea. I imagine most of them were just like checking it out. You know what I mean? Like if I'm scrolling on Twitter, I see this link, I click the link to check it out. I'm not going to do that until I'm back at my computer later. Because there was a few people who hit me up. It was like, "Oh, I'm seeing it right now. I'm gonna do it when I get back to my computer." So people like that probably hit the link twice, where they checked it out once on their phone, left it for the day, and then picked it back up later. So the vast majority of those people probably are ones who didn't pick it up later. They saw it in the moment, thought about it, and then needed that reminder to go back and visit it. Will be my initial guess.
And then what does that make the conversion rate? Let me see. 85 page land to 10 game clicks. What's the conversion? All right, so like a 11.76 conversion rate, which is not that bad. That's pretty fucking fire. So that's one question. And the second question is, did you talk to you said 3 people of the 10 that created games shared the game links?
Yeah, or not even shared it. They just reached out to me and kind of just communicated the process. But I didn't get any useful information outside of like, this is a really cool resource.
But
like,
they didn't share the game though.
Negative.
I
didn't see one.
That's the question. That's the question. I would reach out to every single person.
What made you not want to share the game with other people?
Correct.
Yeah.
Why did you not share the game? And then that's the feature to build. Like, because you already got a 10% conversion rate, 11% conversion rate. That's fire if you scale it. But you have a 0% conversion rate for doing the thing that you want them to actually do, which is make a game and then share it with their friends.
Yep.
Instead of adding things.
That's a beautiful question.
Exactly what it is. Do you have the ability to reach out to those people? You know, the 10 people?
Yeah, I don't know the full 10. I'm sure I could go through, I could view all these games and kind of see what songs it was, but I know there was like 3 that reached out to me personally about it. So I think start with those 3, figure out why they didn't share, and then that's the golden question.
Dope. All right, cool, Sweets. I know you got a dip, so let's wrap it up. And then awesome job, Isaiah. Great initial test.
Thank you.
Good work.
Likewise. Love to see what you guys are cooking.
Because we have not been tracking like you have, and seeing you is like, that's leveling up our team. Thank you for that.
Let's go.
Should take us home.
All right. So the coin is live. go get our coin. Sweets, DM Sweets if you want the address. April Fools. Yeah, awesome. Great job. April Fool's Daily Recoup check-in with Sid, Sweets, Isaiah. Signing out. Like and subscribe.